Hi folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. And I'm here with Linda right now, and I have to tell you that this is a loved responsibility that we have to be able to represent our area and try to tell you folks about different things that we feel are so important to our area. And I got to tell you that during the week, Linda will come in at night and she'll say, here's another radio spot that we can do this week. So you're investing your thoughts and as much as I do mine.
Yes.
And one of the things that you came up with this week that you wanted to talk about was about families.
Yes. And Don, the thought that I had was the hardest part of tourism is getting families to come to the area, to the North Country. But once they come to the North Country, they come to Meissner and the surrounding areas, once they come, they'll come back year after year because of that whole North Country nice persona that we all have.
Well, this is in fact our whole goal is to use fishing as a catalyst for building tourism, because we realize that it does play a huge role in bringing new people to an area. But one of our quests, and especially when we do the sport shows in the winter, we're showing pictures and videos of the fish that can be caught. But that our primary goal is to have them maybe come here to do that, but once they're here, to find all the other things that a family would enjoy spending together for a week coming to a new area. And that's really a quest. Now we have all kinds of things that are very special here, but those things by themselves might not be enough to bring people from another part of the world or the country all the way here to explore this. But if we bring them here to catch a fish of a lifetime, and while they're here, they discover that they can spend a week as a family doing some of the special things that we have here. Like our visitor centers, we have a couple that are just absolutely stellar, unlike any place you could go.
The Nicandry Nature Center,
yes,
and the St. Lawrence Seaway Visitor Center, both of which would be great places for a family to go to enjoy an afternoon.
And the incredible gazebos that we have at the intake, and all the trails that have been sort of constructed and made through some of our beautiful area here. But people aren't going to just come here for the beauty. They're going to come here for a reason. But families usually, there's all kinds of interests that are involved with a family. And being able to please everybody is a tall task. And we feel we're up to it. But I wanted people from the area to realize why we do what we do. Mm-hmm. It's to bring families here. That's right. The key word, families. And you were right that's the hardest goal in developing a tourism program, to reach out and have one program that has all these arms reaching out to please different interests that people might have.
One of the things that we've discovered, Dawn, when we've done these sports shows, is that people will come the first time, they'll come to the area, and then they come back to the sports shows in subsequent years and they say, we took you up on that suggestion and we came to the area and we went camping and we saw different things, and what a wonderful time we had, and we're telling our friends and our families, come to the North Country because it's a great place to visit. They're literally doing our work for us by spreading the word about the greatness of the North Country.
You're absolutely right. And we have very few that the first thing they come into our booth, well, we took you up on the offer to come there. And they aren't talking about the fish that they caught.
No.
They're talking about that they were made welcome by our people and our way of life. Mm-hmm. And it's really, really an important thing. And I think we can't tell that message enough. I come on doing these spots, and I one of the things that I know I go on and on about is safety. And I talk about how safety is the most important part of any of the outdoor things that we take part in. And this is the same thing. Now we're talking about our sports shows and families, and I know I don't want people to think we go on too much, but the message is a key message that can change the people's life that live here right now. If we can broaden the desirability of this area, we can bring new businesses and new families in to make this their place to live and to enjoy. And if not to live, to come back year after year to enjoy the summer.
To visit.
Now our big quest is, let's change the winter, make it a little bit more desirable so people don't say to us, oh, how do you stand the cold, frigid winter up there? That's the only thing that keeps us from moving there. So, and I don't think that's a valid excuse, but it isn't what's keeping us here. What keeps us here is here.
That's right.
So until next time, this is Don and Linda with the North Country Fishing Report.